Okay, what we're doing here today is we have from the 1.5 McCormick Deering the fuel pump. And what we are installing is the fiber gasket sealer. It's actually called valve packing. You can consult with the operation and machine manual, but make sure that you get the right manual that has the right magneto. This one's for EK magneto. You might have the one with the R or the L type. So make sure you consult the whoever you buy the manual from that says what manual you need for what motor. But in this has a parts number here. For the fuel pump, and what we're replacing today is when you take apart this fuel pump, you're going to have two male ends. The male end that has the slit right in the center of it, that's the one that goes down for the check ball. And in it, you're going to have a ball that's brass. Now there's two different balls. The ball that discharges, which is this one, is 3/8 of a diameter. The ball that pumps fuel is 5/16 of a diameter. So you can mic these out to make sure you have the right balls, but if you screw them up, what will happen is inside there's a hole, and the hole that the fuel goes into, that comes out, these balls will stick right into it. For the one that's a smaller diameter, the 5/16, it'll just go all the way down to the bottom. But the one that is the 3/8, if you put it in the opposite one, it will just stick right onto it, right onto the basin, and it's a pain to get off. This one was actually stuck to the basin. The guy who had it before me, he did the mistake and he put the wrong balls in it, and he actually had two of these, and I didn't understand why there was two of them and one wanted to work and the other one didn't until I saw what's the manual. That's when I found out, well, there's two different sizes. So he probably either lost the one or didn't even know about it or whatever. But anyways, what you do is you take off your plunger here, and there's a spring. This spring right here is in real good shape, so we're still going to use it. You can still get these today, just a steel spring. Here is a aluminum piece that's where your packing wraps around. It wraps around, and it has a seat that is the same dimensions is this seat. So when it packs, it's almost like a disc when it comes out. I show you the one that came in this, but it disintegrated right in my hand. It was really hard. But here it's a ball. This is a brass ball. They're all brass balls, and the reason why is because it's gasoline, kerosene, corrosive brass, and doesn't corrode. You might get a greenish tint on it, just like copper does, but it will not corrode or get just dirty. You just wipe them off, clean them up, you'll be fine. So what we're going to do, take this right out of here. And I'm going to use this one to measure how much do we actually need. You just pack it in place just like that. This stuff is really messy, so make sure your kitchen table has something that is going to keep it not making a mess everywhere. I just use a pizza box on the bottom. Because you're going to have these little speckles on it, and what that is graphite. And you want to pack this really tight. Really tight. If it starts going down this hole here, what you can do too, put your plunger right here. I'll take that out. Now we'll pack it. Just keep going around until it gets really tight. Then you get yourself something like a pair of scissors. Or a knife. Put this in your little baggie for next time, because they do wear. They do fail. And they're really cheap. You can get them at the hardware store. If you go in the plumbing section, you don't get the plumbing type, because that won't work. You actually ask the hardware guy, and he will have the graphite type. He might have to special order it for you. Okay, so you put the ball back in there, like so. Then you put your graphite packing right in there, and then that's it. That's tight. that's it. Ain't gonna move. Then take this ball, you put it in there, and you always make sure, like I said, that slit has got to be facing this way. And the reason why is when that ball goes up and close off that hole, well, it's still gonna have fuel that's allowing it to go through, which is creating suction. If you put it this way, there's no way to create suction. Now, you can put plumber's tape on this, or it's this white, gasket sealer. I forget the name of it. It acts as a plumber tape, but it's really good stuff too. If I remember a name, I'll put in a link in the bottom, but I can't remember a name. But plumber's tape will work just fine. Then you screw it back in here. Tighten her up. And then you put your lines, your new lines, whatever. If you got old lines, great, but they're in good shape. But new lines. And then that's it. So this is how you rebuild the Model M IHC fuel pump. Alright guys, that's it. So if you guys like this content, be sure to give thumbs up, thumbs down. Later.